Well, it's just light. God has blessed this video. What do I do? Do I wait? It looks kind of cool, actually. Oh, we got a rainbow. How's it going, bros? My name is Pewdiepie, and I am an epic minimalist. What does that mean? I will explain. By going through 12 things I love. Oh, fixed it. I don't like light interrupting my video. Everyone always talks about minimalism as it's some kind of cure. You need to have little stuff. Cure mental, you'll not be depressed and happy now. For me, it's just, everyone always clowns on me when I joke I'm an epic minimalist, because I have to always have a bunch of stuff for videos. Felix, I am an epic minimalist, buys every single gacha pod. Stop judging me, okay? I'm not trying to adopt the title, okay? I don't really care, it's just... But some items I do generally really enjoy, and I want to talk about them. It would probably be a little cringy and too personal, but here we go. Item number 1, tape measurer. Do I need to say anything else? Tape measurer. It measures. Don't lie to me, because I know you've done this. You bought something online, and it comes in the mail, and it's either too big or too small than you expected. Never happens to me. Tape measurer. Always at hand. It stays there, you can borrow it, but it goes back every time. God, this sounds so cringy, but tape measurers are usually kind of ugly, right? Google tape measure. How do they look like? They look bad. I'm really glad I got a pretty one, because I can keep it out and I don't have to just keep it in my toolbox. And it's just so handy to always have it here. I know it's silly, but it's one of those things where whenever you need something measured, and I can literally just go and grab it. I find joy in it, okay? It's in the little things, guys. You don't get it. I read somewhere that the only way to not lose something is to always put it back at the same place. Our brains are just not very good at remembering where we left stuff, because our consciousness can only focus on so many things. If I start talking at many conversations at the same time, all of a sudden you don't understand it. I like to bing bong with my bing bong. Would you like to go on the bing bong with me?
Nästa fredag så säger vi att det är dags för lite runka-runka.
Maybe you still understood and that wasn't my point. I don't know. So if you take something and then you focus on something else and you leave it somewhere, you lose it. That's how you lose it. Always keep your stuff at the same place. Life hack from an epic minimalist. You're welcome. Bet you never would have figured that one out on your own. Number 2, shoes. 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 I am a one pair of shoe only kind of guy. All these celebrities, they got all kinds of shoe collections. Hey, look at all my shoes. Cringe. Dumb. You dummy dumb. One pair of shoe. One pair of shoe supreme, and I will explain why it's the best way to go. Marzia thinks I'm crazy for having this rule. I've been doing it for a couple of years. The thing is, I know this is gonna sound bad, and I hate saying it, but I will say it. Once you're able to buy whatever you want, kind of, it's not really that exciting anymore in the same way as before. I used to enjoy, you know, saving up to things and then feeling excited when I could finally buy it. It was fun. It was cool. I was hyped. I don't really get that anymore. I know, boo-hoo. I'm just saying. So the way I do it is I have one pair of shoes. Because, first of all, why would I need another pair of shoes, okay? To walk on all fours? I don't think so. I wear them till they're completely fucked. Then, when it's time to buy new shoes, it's like, oh, exciting. Oh, I look forward to it. That's why one pair of shoes supreme. These are the contenders. I bought these years ago. I never got to really fully wear them because I left them here in Japan and then we weren't able to enter for 2.5 years, but now I can wear them and they're shoe supreme. I wear these for everything. I have 3 rules when picking shoes and I cannot compromise on them whatsoever. They gotta be comfortable. They gotta be fast to enter. If I have to sit down to enter my shoes, they're not shoes, they're a burden, okay? Number 3, they gotta be versatile, obviously. Different weather and different occasions, they gotta work. These ones look all worn out, but they're not. Fashion. Wow. I regret putting these here. Yeah, they're alright. I usually like to go for really goofy shoes because I kind of dress plainly. But you know, that's just how it goes. I know it's a bit silly and I almost feel silly talking about it. But hey, I like buying new shoes when the time comes. Number 3, today's sponsor, RhinoShield. Yeah, that's right, baby. RhinoShields are incredibly durable phone cases. You could do anything with these. Your phone can definitely handle it. RhinoShield's designs always come out amazing, but I do think these is probably the best one we've ever done. This one looks so good. We took optical illusions and mixed it with the Pewdiepie pattern. I love the design. It looks amazing. Some of them are quite, I don't know if it shows on camera, but when you look at them, you're like, it's kind of cool. 5 new designs. We also have the Japan Pewdiepie ones still, and the regular pattern. Amazing, durable, and stylish. Check out the link in the description, and if you use the code Pewdiepie, you get 20% off within the first week of this video. So don't wait, but you will get 10% off if you still use the code after that. It works for other orders as well. They had recently launched a Naruto 3D case. It feels different. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, definitely can't live without my Pewdiepie RhinoShield. Listen, protect your phone, okay? I gotta tell you this as well. Number 4. Interchangeable dumbbells. Can't live without them. Diogenes himself used these very ones. I've been using these type for years. I really enjoy working with dumbbells. Space has always been kind of limited for whatever reasons for me. When we were about to move to Japan, we lived in my office and I just didn't have space. Gyms were closed, but I always prefer working out at home as well, and I love working out with dumbbells. You can change quickly to different weights. It's just a really convenient way to work out. The ultimate workout as an epic minimalist would just be to not have the, I guess, just free body weight, but I definitely owe a lot of my gains to interchangeable dumbbells. I do have a more advanced setup here as well. I've showed it before, but I still use these all the time. I think it's such a nice way to work out. It's fast, it's easy, it gets the job done. Interchangeable dumbbells. Number 5, did you spot it? The Swiss Champ. I love Swiss Champ. I've always looked at these multi-tools. First of all, Leatherman gang, you can relax. I have one downstairs in my toolbox. It's just way too convenient. I used to look at these tools and just go like, why would I ever need the fish scaler? Why would I ever need that? But one day, someone is gonna ask, hey, I need a fish scaler. Hey, anyone help me? I will be there and I will offer, you can borrow it. And it will be glorious. The thing is, you are surprised by how useful it is to have something that you almost didn't realize you had. Like the other day, I did need a magnifying glass, and I was like, oh, I actually have one. Never mind. I got you. I can guarantee you at least most of you did this to your dad's multi-tool when you were a kid, when you pulled out every single one because you thought he looked cool. What do we got? It's a bottle opener and something else. I'm not entirely sure. No, this is a can opener with a flathead screwdrivers as well. Star-shaped screwdriver, plier, scissor, measurer, and fish scaler. Saw. Let's go. A file, big knife, and small peepee knife. Oh, you thought it was done? Corkscrew opener with tiny baby screw. I'm not entirely sure what this is for, but I definitely used it. And of course, gotta have the rope holder. Anyone got a rope holder? I got you, fam. Don't worry. It also got a pen and a toothpick. I love this thing. I think what I use the most is it's the scissor, actually. It's really strong and super convenient. Love my Swiss Champ. It's always there, and I'm always amazed when I find another use for it that I didn't expect. Love it. Number 5. Can you spot it? As an epic minimalist, that's right, all black t-shirts. I'm wearing the Tsuki one. I don't know if you can even see it. It's made for me and my sis company, Tsuki. It's an ethically based fashion brand with high quality. I've been wearing this one for years now, and it feels exactly the same as when it was new, and it feels really comfy. I also have the exact same pairs of underwear, 8 of them. And the same thing with socks. Same socks. I did this because I had shipped all my clothing to Japan and I needed t-shirts, and I thought I'll just get underwear and I'll just get a new pair of underwear and socks as well. But the thing is, what I realized is how nice it is to have the exact same brand of everything, because let's get real here, and don't lie to me about this. We all have that one pair of underwear that you don't want to wear because they either look stupid or they're just not comfortable. but you have to wear them because eventually you run out of underwear and you don't want to do laundry yet, so you cope. So you just do what you got to do, but you feel uncomfortable the entire day. That does not happen to me. Same pairs of underwear. No, wait. I have 8 different pairs, but same brand. You owe it to yourself and to your junk to always be comfortable. Same with your feet. See, I always used to lose socks. I had funky socks thinking, hey, that's quirky. You lose one and then it's done. I can't be bothered with that. Plus, the best part of all of it is, of course, laundry is extremely simple. It just makes my life a little easier. I also read this thing about, you probably heard that a lot of CEOs wear the same kind of outfits just because it saves them another decision to make that day. I always find that to be really silly and stupid, but it is true. We have something in our brain called, it's decision fatigue. So even if something is a simple decision, like picking your outfit, it's still a decision that you're making. And the more decisions you make a day, the more fatigue you will have. And it not only makes you make less good decisions, it also tires you out throughout the day. I've definitely had this at a couple of times in my life, especially over silly things. I remember one time someone literally just asked if I wanted coffee, and I was so tired that I was just like, just leave me alone. So maybe I'm just more sensitive to it. It's not the reason I wear the shirts, by the way. It's just something I observed. I literally just, because it's comfortable and I just find it more practical. But yeah, who knows? Try it out. You might like it. I've lost count. But next item, my watch. As an epic minimalist, it's kind of hard to justify having a watch to begin with, because literally you could just check the time on your phone, right? But it's just way too convenient to be like, hey, what day is it? 26. Oh, gotcha. Hey, what time is it? The big one is 2:45. See how much faster that was? When I moved to Japan, I wanted a Japanese watch, and I had looked into the brand Grand Seiko. Japan's craftsmanship, especially with watches, is just incredible. I just fell in love with the design on this one. It's a 62 GS. It doesn't have the famous spring drive. It has a high beat 36,000. So it beats 10 times per second. It almost sounds wrong when I say it, but that's actually it. Yeah, 10 times per second. So it's extremely smooth, and I'll get a better shot of it. Why do you need that? No reason, really. It's just more precise, I guess. A lot of times when watches beat more rapidly, sorry, I don't know all the watch term, but basically they can't run for as long. But this one, with the technology that it has of the whatever drive it has, it still lasts for a long time. Since I only have one watch, I wear it for anything. If I go surfing, I wear it. But I also like that I can wear, kind of spruce up my outfit a little bit. I kind of wear very simple clothing most of the time, so I like that it's an every occasion watch. It isn't really, but I wear it as it because it can definitely handle it. I used to have the Submariner, which had a spinny bezel, I think it's called, so you can watch 2 time zones, which I honestly kind of miss because, yeah, there's so many times I'm like, what's the time in Sweden right now, or what's the time in UK, and then yeah. So maybe I'll change for a different one in the future, but for now I really love this one. It's such a nice design. I really love it. It's from the Heritage Collection, 62 GS if you're looking into one. I used to have a smartwatch, which I thought was amazing. The problem I have with it, and everything I said in this video, don't take it too seriously because I don't really care that much, but I will tell you anyway. I just think smartwatches looks kind of ugly, because what happens is when you're not using it, it's just black, right? And every smartwatch, it ends up looking like any other smartwatch, and but in the promotions, they have all these like cool dials and stuff. And like, yeah, look at my smartwatch. But in reality, no, it's just a fucking black screen most of the time. And it looks bad in my opinion. As much as I did love my Garmin Delta Max, rest in peace, I sold you. The Grand Seiko is my supreme watch for now. I love this thing. As an epic minimalist, I approve. Next up, my figurines. Got the Gary Baseman original. 94 out of 100. I think I was ahead of the curve on this one. I just really love the art. I tried looking up online and you can't really get them anymore. Everyone I've seen online has been fake. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I did a video on all my figurine collections, but this is the only one I actually bothered shipping over to Japan, along with the unicorn you see in the back. But we of course have the IKEA Gundam as well. This is a Yeah, I keep showing this off because I'm so proud of it. It's a fully custom build that I did, and I am not a very precise person. I'm more of a, God damn it. I'm more of a, let's put everything together, it'll be fine. But I really took my time with this project, and it kind of taught me the satisfaction of, you know, not skipping out on details. It's probably took me like 20 to 30 hours to build, and because you had to sand down every single piece. You have to prime it, you have to paint it twice, and then top coat it, and then assemble it, and then put the decals obviously in. It's a lot. But I'm just so stoked with how it came out, and you know, I had a lot of figurines, and because I took so much time with it, and I'm so happy with the result, it's just something I'm actually really proud of. And yeah, it would be really difficult for me to get rid of this one. I love the Toby one as well. I think for me, with the epic minimalist meme, it's not to me necessarily about having as few things as possible, although with some exceptions like shoes and watches, but it's about finding the things that you really like and actually treasuring them in a different way. Kind of changes my relationship with certain items, and you take better care of them for them to last longer and other things like that as well. So it's more appreciating the things you have, rather than just having a bunch of stuff that you maybe don't even realize you own. I don't know. Everyone's different. I just know this is how I am. And yeah, it's kind of funny. I realize most of the stuff I'm talking about is literally in this video. My books! As an epic minimalist, I can't really justify having books. It doesn't make any sense. It's impractical. I have the option to read digitally, and sometimes I do. I feel like reading books is almost, if I really enjoy it at least, it's almost a personal experience. And for me to even just look at the book's title or back cover again, it's just something I enjoy to see. It's kind of hard to explain. Or if there's something I want to look up in one of the books, it's nice to have it so quick and ready. There are some nicer books that I have that are actually quite rare. I guess the Sun and Steel, which is like, I don't think they print this anymore, so it kind of feels weirdly important to own, if that makes sense. I also have a really old edition of the Iliad and the Odyssey, which I'm very proud of. Iliad is probably one of my favorite books ever written. Highly recommend reading it. I guess I'm not an epic minimalist after all. Like, I know it doesn't make sense. I just enjoy having them. I don't keep every single book I read, but most of the books I keep, I feel like there's at least something that I can share about them that I find useful or interesting at least. And I feel like that with most of these. What is it, number 12 now? I think I've gone over my knife. I'm still not very good at it, but it's just, I love flipping the fake Balisong knife. It's just so satisfying. I can't tell you how much I love it. It's so satisfying. It's something about, how do I explain it? Okay, so I remember I wanted to do this flip, and I thought it was impossible. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. But I kept trying, and I kept trying. And you think you're not making any progress, but then eventually you got it. And it's so weird to me how you can learn something without thinking it. Muscle memory, yes. It's just very satisfying to get that direct, seeing that instant improvement. I mean, that's why people like video games, right? You see that instant improvement, and there's something very satisfying about that, in my opinion. And it just feels so good in your hands when you're doing it. I know how that sounds, okay? I love it. Where was I before I had the Balisong? I don't know. I don't know if it's an anxiety thing or if it's an ADHD thing. I don't think it is. I just enjoy it. Okay? Don't psychoanalyze me. Last but not least, it's been here all this time. My wedding ring. My most precious item of all. If there's one thing I will keep for the rest of my life, it's this one. We got it at a local shop here in Japan. I don't know if there's that much to say about it. It's a ring. But it's an item I have that I will always truly treasure, you know? And I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. Even for an epic minimalist. I hope this video was enjoyable. Let me know if it was, because I feel really weird. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. This is my gaming setup.